to everything because they want you as a parent to be welcomed here because it is your school. And I just know that because I know her heart is in the right place, and I wanted to say that. So, but what I want to do is just share for you just a second. On Friday, we're going to have a senior class meeting in here with all the seniors, and I'm going to have samples of some hoodies and T-shirts and all kinds of things that we offer for the seniors if they choose to get those. And what I want them to do is to bring this packet home to you. This has a catalog in it of everything. It has 2 different types of order forms in it, but I want to share with you that the only thing that your senior needs is a cap, gown, and tassel. It costs $35 plus sales tax. I don't have to have money when we're back next Tuesday, September 20th. If that's what you need to order, you can order that. There are some packages and things that Jostens has put together to make a little bit easier and saving money. Don't have to buy a package if you choose to. We're here to help you with that. If you buy clothing items, T-shirts, hoodies, and all those, they're going to ship to your home in about 2 weeks. And if you buy those packages or those items, Jostens does ask that you have a $60 first payment, and then the balance of the money would be due by March the 1st. We don't want you to have to pay everything right now, so you can split it up a little bit, make it easy, and we want you to celebrate your senior's year how it's right for you and your family. But ask them on Friday afternoon for that white package that has this information and help them so that you are part of what helps them decide what they need in their budget. We all want to get everything and celebrate the senior year the best we can, but I want to make sure that when we get this stuff back in the springtime that it's right for you and it's not putting anybody in a bind. So again, congratulations for being a senior. And Miss Almond, thank you again for letting me come first, because I'm going to go home and it's been a long day.
Thank you, Randy. He travels all over the state, so thank you. One thing that we need to make sure is when your scholar orders their cap and gown, I know they get excited and they want to order the package. Just be reminded that whatever they order, they're going to be financially responsible for. Jostens prints the diplomas, so if the balance isn't paid, they will not get a diploma. So as Mr. Williams said, they only have to have a cap, a gown, and a tassel, $35. So I would say at that point, just order that. And if they want something later, you can go online and order. But after a certain date, that price goes up to $50. So it's actually a steal. So I would just make sure that they have the cap, the gown, and the tassel. And again, if they want to order something after that, then I would do that later. But they'll get that information on Friday. So we're going to continue. Counselors.
Good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Wendy Sanders. I'm the I wish. I am the counselor of yes, it's been a long day, of Business and Computer Science. And I was going to go over with you today the graduation requirements. I'm responsible for seniors' last names A through E. Far as knowing your stats, and this slide just kind of tells you where you should be. Seniors should be at 16.5 credits to be classified as a senior. If you're not at 16.5 credits, then you will not be classified as a senior until you earn those credits. Graduation requirement. Every senior that graduates is required to have 22 credits. Additional with those 22 credits, you need a digital course. That's that Survey of Business or EAST that you have on your schedule or had on your schedule in previous years. Finance, that's in your economics. We still have seniors that do need to take economics. The civics exams, that's with Miss Bettinardi. She might be calling you over the next couple of months to take that civics exam. And CPR, you should have received that in your health class. You can find that on your HAC or on your transcript, and if it says CPR beside it, then more than likely you've already had your CPR. Okay, you do have a copy of the graduation requirements. Again, you need 22 credit hours. That's your 4 English, 4 maths, 3 science, and 3 social studies, the oral communication, PE, the health with CPR, fine arts, that's your art, theater, dance, band, a foreign language. If you are pursuing these scholars, that's when you receive the 26 hours with 2 years of foreign languages. Career focus is 6 hours as well. Those are your additional electives. All right, thank you. Next, Ms. Smith.
All right, hello everyone. I'm Ms. Smith. I'm the freshman academy counselor, teams 3 and 4, and also the seniors P through S, also known as PSS. Okay. All right, so credit recovery. First of all, with credit recovery, I've been telling most of my seniors that credit recovery and failure is not an option this year. I really want to see us not have to do credit recovery. I know some of you have to do it, so we're going to have to do it. So anyway, credit recovery. If you failed your required classes from 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, you must make them up. That goes along with the 22 credits in order to graduate. You can work credit recovery during your class time or at home. Make sure if you need credit recovery, you need to make sure that you've been scheduled for credit recovery. Some folks might not have it on their schedule, so make sure you're in there. After school credit recovery has already started. That was September the 12th. All credit recovery should be completed before May 1st, 2023. And then, in order to walk the stage, you have to be within 1 credit. Now, that 1 credit you make up in summer school. But I'm trying to tell my seniors as well, we don't want to do summer school because Ms. Smith doesn't want to do the paperwork. Okay? All right. So next is Ms. Bennett.
Good evening. I'm Ms. Bennett, and I'm the counselor for Academy of Leadership and Public Service, and I have the 12th grade class, F through L. And I will be talking about testing. The ASVAB test will be given on October the 5th. So anyone who is interested in going to the military, we have posted those flyers for you to go ahead and scan and sign up for the ASVAB. It will be given on October the 5th. And I also tell students that they may want to take it as a practice to the ACT. The ACT, Friday is the last day to sign up for the October test. So you can see me or any of your counselors for the fee waivers, but I'm the one who is responsible to giving students their fee waiver. And for you to qualify for a fee waiver, you have to qualify for free and reduced lunch. So parents, make sure that you have did the paperwork to see if your child receives free or reduced lunch. And I do have that list of students who qualify for that. That's also for the SATs. As of right now, I do not have the waivers for the SATs, but for the ACT, I do have those fee waivers. AP exams. So seniors, if you're taking an AP class, you will be taking the AP exam in the spring. It's important that you're paying attention in class. If you score a 4 or 5 on that AP exam, you can receive college credit. So please take those classes very serious. You do get a weighted GPA on the AP for taking that AP class. I think that's it. Miss Wells is going to do it for Miss Ann.
Good evening. I'm Ms. Wells. Ms. Ladden is not here this evening, so I will cover her part. I have the Academy of Aerospace and Medical Science, and I have all seniors last name T through Z. So I look forward to working with you this year. So parents, beginning on October 3rd, the FAFSA will open. Raise your hand if you're familiar with what the FAFSA is. Okay. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. That keyword being free. So please don't pay for the FAFSA. There is a website out there that will charge you a fee. It is a fraudulent website, so don't go to that one. It is a free application. And every student does need to complete it, even if they're not sure if they're gonna go to college or continue their education outside of high school, you should complete it. It's open now, but it's not for this year's seniors, so wait until October 3rd and to start doing that, okay? In order to do that, parent, you will have to put your income information. Very few, if any, students are considered independent at this point. It does not obligate you to paying anything, but you do have to put your information there for those students. The other thing we want to talk about is the ADHE scholarship, Arkansas Department of Higher Education. Those are the scholarships that some of you may be funding because you play the lottery. And so we want all of our students to get those scholarships. So in order to qualify for them, they do have to have a 19 on the ACT, and they do super score. So super scoring just means they'll take the highest score from all of their ACT tests. So the majority of our seniors have only taken it one time. But parents, your students can take it 4 additional times for free if they qualify for free or reduced lunch. So even if they don't eat lunch, please fill out that application because there are benefits that come with that status, okay? So that application opens on October 3rd as well. So even if they don't have the 19 right now, they still should apply because they can also use the AccuPlacer, which our career coaches, I'm sure, will talk about that, but we give the AccuPlacer here, and the score on the AccuPlacer is a 246. So that's a free test that they can take as well, okay? So I want you, Ms. Allman, to actually click on that link for me. We do post our scholarships. Every scholarship that comes in, is it gonna work? We post it to our scholarship list, which is on Schoology, and it's also on our website, which you get to by going to lrsd.org and then going to Little Rock Southwest High School and going to the Counselor's Corner. And that scholarship list is there. So you don't ever have to wonder about scholarships. They're all listed there. Now, of course, this is not all the scholarships that are available. These are the ones we receive in our office that we're aware of. So we have had some students who've already been awarded scholarships. 3 students, in fact, were awarded scholarships earlier this year. So, okay, it's not gonna work, but I wanted to actually show you. So parents, please, please, please go on there and encourage your students to apply for our scholarships, okay? So students will need transcripts. The transcript process, the registrar provides transcripts, And so there is also a link on our webpage for those as well. And so sometimes students want to just, come to the counselors, but the registrars are the ones that send the transcripts. And if you go to the website, there's a form there, you fill it out, and they can mail it or they can give it to you sealed up. So just know that all of that is on the website. That one won't work either? I wanted to show them. It's probably not going to work. And as you're applying for scholarships, sometimes you'll have to get letters of recommendation from teachers or counselors. Just be considerate when you're asking for those. Just know if the scholarship is due on a Monday, you can't come on a Friday and ask for that recommendation. All recommendations, you need to ask for those at least 2 weeks in advance from teachers and counselors, maybe even more than that. As soon as you know you need it, go ahead and ask for that letter of recommendation. And make sure you provide a brag sheet, given your accomplishments, because you want everything included in there. There is an example of a brag sheet on Schoology, but it's basically just an academic resume, okay? And just remember, when someone writes you a letter of recommendation, they're doing you a favor. So make sure you say thank you, okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Wells and counselors. So we have career coaches here at Little Rock Southwest. Ms. Iverson is one of our career coaches. And Mr. Julius Jefferson is also a career coach. And what they do, as Ms. Wells stated, they will set up your scholar to take the AccuPlacer. Also, the Little Rock School District College Fair will be in person this year, so make sure you look for that information. It is scheduled for October the 11th. And it will be at Jack Stevens Event Center on the campus of UALR. Also, scholars, make every day count. Your graduation day is May the 24th, and it will be here before you know it. So make sure you're getting to class on time, you're completing your assignments, and check in with your counselors and your career coaches as well for scholarship opportunities. So again, welcome, parents. So we have Mr. Hodo. He's our executive principal. I'm gonna give him a minute. So we have this running joke with administrators, and when something happens and it's not favorable, he always texts, he'll say like, Miss Alma, you're the hole in the boat today. So because Mr. Hodo is late, he's the hole in the boat today, but I'm gonna give him a reprieve.
There was a lot of shade there, guys. I'm just gonna say that. So first of all, I am late. I apologize. I hate being late. The reason why I'm late, I'm eating lunch. I was eating lunch. I thought that I was gonna be last, not first, but that's okay. So I do want you guys to know who I am, right? And the who I am is not as important as the what I stand for. And as my first graduating class of Little Rock Southwest Magnet High School, I want you guys to understand that this is important to me. And we have to get it right, okay? And getting it right is not just me getting you across the stage. It's us preparing you guys for life after Little Rock Southwest. Because high school is about two things. It's about making sure that you're prepared for life as a youngster, but also prepared for life as an adult. One of the things you're gonna hear us talk about is that we wanna make sure you're college and career ready. What does that look like? We wanna know what you wanna do when you leave us. Because now, honestly, your 12th grade year, your senior year, guys, it goes really, really fast. Real talk, you're a month out already, okay? You've been here a month already. And I want you guys to understand that going forward, everything's gonna speed up even faster. And I want you guys to know that at the end of this, we wanna ensure that we do everything we can possibly do to make sure you guys are ready and prepared for life. It is not about now scoring this and scoring it. It's about making sure you're prepared for life. I care what you want to do long term. A lot of you guys have had conversations with me. I ask you what you want to do when you leave us. That's what I care about. I want to make sure that some of the soft skills are actually taking part, that you guys take part in it. Example, please, thank you. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. That goes a long way for us. And I want you guys to understand that that's not in the curriculum. There's nowhere in the curriculum that says I need to teach you that it's good to say, you know what, I messed that up. That's my bad. Those are skills that we need to teach you outside of the curriculum. And I want you guys to know that at the end of the day, guys, we are here for you guys. This is a magnificent institution. It is. I've seen some magnificent kids. I've had conversations with magnificent parents. I have some amazing educators here. And every day, we're going to give you an education experience worthy of consumption. We're going to do that each and every day. Parents, what I need from you guys is to make sure that you support us in that endeavor. If it's something that you want from us, let us know. Please let us know. Let me know. Because now, a lot of people that work for me, they say that, I'm spoiled because I get what I want. And one thing, yeah, I know y'all, yeah. And I am. And I'm spoiled because I want to make sure that I get what I want because you guys need what you want. You need what you want. That's important. So for those parents that have not met me, I am Xavier Hodo. The kids, they've already met me. But I want you guys to know that I really, really believe in what we're doing, and I believe in your child. And I believe at the end of the day, on May 24th, when they cross that stage, we will make sure and ensure that they're prepared for life after Little Rock Southwest. That's me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Hodo. So with that said, this is a reminder of the school schedule. Mr. Hodo is asking that all scholars be in class by 8:45, be on campus by 8:45. I've spoken to some of my seniors. I see them rolling in at 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:30. That is totally unacceptable. We need them to be here on time so they can make sure that they get everything that they need in their classes. The school ends at 3:50. They get 7 minutes between classes, and that's more than enough time to get from one place to the other. Parent, if your scholar is absent, make sure you call the attendance office by noon that same day so that we can record that information. And we will start conducting random tardy sweeps to make sure that our scholars understand the importance of getting to class on time. If you have written documentation, that must be provided within 48 hours. So if you have a doctor's appointment, dental appointment, anything that's documented, that needs to be turned into the attendance office within 48 hours because sometimes we get audited. And so we need that information on campus and need that information to verify the attendance. We need our scholars to understand if they miss 3 or more classes in one day, it is considered an unexcused absence. In the handbook, it also states that if a scholar has 12 or more absences, unexcused absences in one course, they can receive a no credit. And in the past, if they got a no credit, they could not make their course up in summer school. And let me put a pin in that. Summer school, the past 3 or 4 years, has been free. We don't know what it's going to look like this summer. They may have to pay a fee. Before it was free, it was $90 to take a half a credit. And with the number of credit recovery scholars that we have, we need to ensure that they recover those credits before the summer. Because again, we don't know what that looks like this summer. So as Ms. Bennett talked about, parents, if you have not applied for, fill out a nutrition program, a nutrition application, we need you to do that for more than one reason so that you can qualify for the free ACT waiver. And if your scholar has the need for credit recovery, they will receive that. But again, we don't know what that's going to look like. So please make sure that they get to school on time and that they come to school daily. We talked about, we've already talked with our scholars about discipline, and as seniors, we know that they should understand the discipline, what it looks like, how they're supposed to act. But we also have some who forget that. And so parents, we need your help in making sure that your scholars understand that discipline, we don't want to have to deal with any discipline. Because again, this is their final year. We have a lot of things planned for them. We haven't had anything planned in the past due to COVID, but we're open up. And so we'll talk about those senior activities. And if your scholar has any issues, they won't be able to participate. So again, please impress upon them the importance of how they should act in class. We'll discuss this with those scholars. We also have a cell phone policy, so they're allowed to use their cell phones in the cafeteria, during breakfast, lunch, in the hallways. The teachers also have a red, green, and yellow sign in their classroom, which lets the scholar know when they can use their phone. Green, they can use it. Red, they cannot use it. And yellow is a caution. And so they're aware of this as well. So this is one of the school-wide, something that we're doing school-wide. So every classroom has that rule, that procedure in place. Let me go back. One thing that we've had issues with is students recording incidences that occur in the school. First off, it's against the school rules, Little Rock School District Handbook. It's a Category 3A, which is up to a 10-day out-of-school suspension. It also puts a bad, it makes the school look bad when we do that. We know that we're going to have issues. That's not uncommon, but what we don't want to is we don't want to see several videos on Facebook and Instagram because you can't get those. Once they're out there, they're out there. and then that paints a negative picture of us, and we're more than just what they show negatively. We have a lot more things going on positively than, you know, than we do negatively. So again, impress upon your scholars, if they see something happening, just keep walking. We have several adults in the building, and we can handle that. But as far as videoing those things, we ask that they don't do that. So please have that conversation with them. So next thing we're going to talk about is senior expectations. For some reason, our scholars think that we have an open campus. Little Rock School District has not had an open campus in over 30 years. And so they can't leave campus and come back for various reasons. And we tell them all the time, once you get on campus, you're here to stay. Now, parents, if you check them out, there's a form that we give them to leave campus so that if they're ever stopped or whatever, they'll have the documentation. But they cannot leave campus and come back to campus because we do not have an open campus. Also, we cannot have food delivered on campus. It is against, it's the national NSLA, National School Lunch Act. We can't have any food delivered on campus, period, at all. We will ask them to take the food back, and your student will lose their money. So again, food delivery companies are prohibited from coming on any campus in Little Rock School District. Also, if your scholar drives, they will need to make sure that they complete the documentation to park their vehicle on campus. We've been announcing this, so they need to make sure they have a valid driver's license, the registration of the vehicle, up-to-date insurance, and the parking permit that will cost $20, and that needs to be displayed. So when those parking permits come in, Mr. McDowell, who is our head of security, will start accepting those applications. Important, senior pictures. So we got a lot of questions. We've scheduled senior pictures. They're scheduled for October the 10th and 11th, and they will be taking those pictures through their English classes. But seniors, you need to come prepared to take pictures on the day that you're scheduled, because right now we do not have a makeup day. So whenever it's scheduled, they need to take the picture that day. They will take a picture in cap and gown and drape. We do not do casual pictures because our school is really new. We would have had to schedule this like 2 years ago, and they wouldn't allow us to do that. So we don't take casual pictures as other high schools have done, but they're well established, more established than we are since we're a new building. But again, they will take pictures on October 10th and 11th through their English classes. So we've scheduled some senior activities this year. Class of 23 Senior Day will be September the 23rd for Class of 23, and the scholars have asked, they want to do this for one of their activities. They're going to wear their Class of 23 shirts, and they want to wear Jordans to represent 23. We're also scheduled Homecoming Week. It's the week of the 26th through the 30th. We have Spirit Week scheduled that week. We also have a Gryphon Fest, which will be on Wednesday, the 28th. Tickets will go on sale. There will be a VIP ticket, and those students will get out of class at 1 o'clock. And then we will have general admission for $10. We will have carnival games. We will have food trucks. We will have all types of activities, but they must bring money to purchase food for that day. Also, our homecoming will be September 29th, so that's a Thursday. So we will have our homecoming game that day. And then Friday, we will have our first dance or sneaker ball. So this is the first time we're able to have a dance since we've opened. So we're having a sneaker ball on Friday, September the 30th. It'll be in Gryphon Arena, and we will have information posted about the requirements for that as well. Okay, senior graduation again. As Mr. Williams talked about the graduation packet, they will pick those up on Friday during the meeting. Also, the next week they will place their orders. We talked about making sure, if nothing else, they order the caps and gowns and the tassel, which is $35. I know this looks far out, but before you know it, it'll be AP exams, senior exams, and then graduation day. So this is some information for you as well. But what would happen in the spring, I will send you a letter that will be extremely detailed on graduation, the exams, senior exams, requirements, what they need to wear. So you will get that in the spring. This is just a snippet of what to look forward to. Also, we are unaware of where the venue is. We did have a partnership with Simmons Arena, and I think they've canceled all graduations. So we will, in due time, let you know where our graduation will be held. So as of now, it will not be at Simmons Arena. Okay, Senior Week is something that we did years ago, and because of COVID, again, we could not do it. But this year, we're full open. So Senior Week is scheduled for April the 17th through the 22nd. We have activities Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So Tuesday, the seniors will have a breakfast, which will be catered by IHOP. It will be in Gryphon Arena. We will have a senior outing at Dave & Buster's. We will have a senior sunset where they will open up their letters that they wrote on Senior Sunrise, and food will also be provided. And then our senior prom will be that Saturday. The venue is to be announced, and that will be from 7 to 11. The senior assessment fee is $200. That includes everything that you just saw, the breakfast, Dave & Buster's, senior sunset, senior prom. Also includes a yearbook, and it also includes a senior T-shirt. Now, for those scholars who want to do monthly payments, you can do $25 a month, and we will begin taking those payments on Monday, September the 19th. The only activity that can be purchased a la carte or separately is the senior prom. So either you do the assessment or you can do the prom. So we can't break up the items in the senior assessment. All fees are non-refundable and non-transferable, but the final payment for the senior assessment is April the 14th, the week before, so we can verify with our caterers what we need. Are there any questions about anything that was discussed? Counselors, information, senior information? Yes, in the back. Yeah, you can pay $25 a month. You can pay half of it. You can do whatever you like. But after April the 14th, there will be no more payments for the assessment. Oh, well, in the senior assessment, you get all of that. If you don't, you can only go to the prom. So the activities included, because again, it's based on a head count, and so we can't break it up. And then the prom is the only thing that you can purchase separately, so you can't do any of the activities separately. Yes, ma'am. Any more questions? Yes, ma'am. Well, we had issues with that, so we have a receipt book, so your scholar will get a receipt every time they make a payment. The link, we had issues with that in the past, so we just make sure that we take those to our bookkeeper. We do not accept checks. We will accept money ordered in cash, and you will receive a receipt for every payment received for the senior assessment. Ms. Allman, Ms. Thorns. Yes, ma'am. Oh, we have a bus. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Everything, yes. They won't drive anywhere. I'm sorry. Oh, no. No, it's during school hours, so we will make sure they're transported. They cannot drive. The only thing they will have to have transportation for is when we do the senior sunset, because they'll open up their letters that they wrote on Senior Sunrise. We'll have a senior sunset, and we'll have like carnival food. Yes, ma'am, you had a question. Well, we're going to send this out to the seniors, so they'll pick this up Friday as well, and then we'll put it on our social media website. I had another parent. Yes, ma'am. You can make them start making them Monday, the 19th, or you can make them, like I said, up until the April the 14th. You can pay however much you want to. Once you pay your $200, that's it. So you're not responsible for anything else. Any other questions about any? Yes, ma'am. Well, unless they changed it. We were told Simmons. So that was what we were told last. It was Simmons, and then Simmons canceled all of it. So if it's War Memorial, that hasn't been given to me, but I will check with the communications department. The same thing like what happened last year. They'll just have a date. They'll have a date that everybody will go like we did. So hopefully we don't have to endure that. It was stressful last year. So yeah, Any questions? Anyone else have any? Yes, ma'am. No, that's just separate. That's one person. Yes, ma'am. It'll be the same. Yes, ma'am. Any other questions? If you get the assessment, it's included in there, so. Yeah. And yes, ma'am. Okay, I will check with the attendance office tomorrow, and if you wait before you leave, I can get your child's ID number and make sure that information is recorded. So I can do that. If you just wait till we finish, I can get that information. Any other questions? The light is in my eye, so I can't see. If you have one, just yell it out. Yes, ma'am. We don't know where it's going to be held. We haven't received the information from Communications Department yet. We're still waiting for that. And so as soon as we know, we will let y'all know. But you will get a letter in the spring with everything in there, as far as everything related to graduation. So you will definitely receive that letter. And again, so if you all make sure your phone numbers are updated, because we also send the information out through our parent link. So make sure we have an updated phone number for you as well. We have no idea. We don't have any idea about what they're doing this year. We did it a couple of years ago because of COVID, but we're not aware of what's going on. But again, as soon as we find out, we'll make sure that you all have that information well in advance so you can make plans for that. Any other questions? If you just yell them out. Yes, ma'am. The 10th and 11th, so they will go during their English class. So make sure your baby is prepared for that day. Hair, makeup, whatever they're going to do, make sure they're prepared. When the pictures come, they'll give you, it'll be an order form, and you can let them know what you want to order, and you can just send that back. Any other questions? Okay, thank you. Yes, sir, I'm sorry. Ma'am in the back. Yes, ma'am. So once we get those passes in, where we've ordered those parking passes, and so once we get those in, another announcement will be made, but they have to have a valid driver's license, they have to have valid insurance, vehicle registration, and then the $20 for the permit, your hanging permit. For Mr. McDowell. Yes, ma'am, we'll do an announcement. Any more questions? Okay, parents, thank you all so much. If you have any questions, you can call us, email us. And ma'am, if you stay back, I'll get your information. Thank you.